Hey, what's up everybody? This is my absolute first YouTube video. I've never made one before. But anyway, I've just been playing this game Total Miner and just wanted to show you all where I'm at. So anyway, what I kind of decided to do, we'll go in flyover mode here right now. What I kind of wanted to do was build this, this is a pretty close scale replica of the Royal Palace in Madrid. And I kind of got the inspiration there for when my wife and I went to Madrid. This was last year, and we got a tour of this here palace. This is the official residence of the King of Spain. So absolutely love Spain, love the Spanish people. They're all great, very, very hospitable. But yeah, I just kind of been playing around with this game, and I wanted to make something like that. So using kind of a combination of my own memory and some of the pictures we took, and went on to Google Earth there for a kind of a idea about the scale, you know, from the aerial view. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of recreate that, and I'll show you a little bit more. So I kind of hollowed out this this whole landscape here. It did take a while, but you know, they say the toys don't change, they just get bigger with age. And that's kind of true, but who can afford to do this in Lego, right? So anyway, if you ever go to Spain, which I really highly encourage you to do, you'll have an amazing time. Like I said, the Spanish are absolutely amazing. They got a lot of pride, that's for sure. And yeah, well, this is one of the things. You can actually go inside and get a tour of this of the palace. I think it's about 25 euros now. I'm just Canadian, but so that's like $600 Canadian. Not really, but anyway, kind of the first idea here. You'll see a door when you go up to the palace. You'll see a door here, and you think that that's the entrance, and this is not. This is the east wall. And if you get off the train or something over at Seoul would don't pay any attention to all this stuff. Seoul would be to the east of the palace, and you can kind of walk down here. You know, it's maybe a 10-minute walk. You think that this is the entrance, but nothing happening. So you might get a little confused. But anyway, if you walk all the way down to this southeast corner, this is where the entrance was. Now, they call this the Royal Pharmacy, this part of the building. But really, all I could see, you don't really get to see too much of that. You just see kind of offices built into this and the admission booth. And the first thing you do is you come out of one of these arches. And you'll see this huge paved courtyard. It's all done in stone. It's fantastic. And immediately to the south, you'll see a giant chapel or a cathedral there. But yeah, you're free to walk around here. And the first thing I offer that you go see is head right over to this southwest corner. And this is the Royal Armory. And you walk in here and you'll see like an umbrella rack. Again, this is all from memory, so see an umbrella rack, and I think the first thing you see is you'll see all the old medieval horses all in their armor, and the old medieval armory, you know, all the weapons, crossbows and swords and stuff like that. And then eventually you'll go downstairs in this building at the southwest corner. You'll go downstairs and you'll see literally just gold-plated rifles and stuff like that, and all the gifts that anybody has ever given to the King of Spain. It's a pretty fantastic sight. We don't have anything like it in Canada to kind of compare to, but it's just fantastic. And you'll eventually come out here, and of course that's included in your tour. So you come out here, and it looks like kind of a, you know, it's just a staircase. I just started digging this one out. You know, it's pretty deep, but down here you'll just see some cars, and then it overlooks a park, which I obviously don't have near the time to do these days. So this has taken, to do this building has taken roughly 15 straight hours, basically. I kind of had a little bout of insomnia and just started building. So this building over here, you can walk along it here, but I never got to go inside. I don't actually know what it's for. Well, I'm missing an arch there, but that's alright. Anyway, I kind of started putting windows in. And yeah, so you go in here, and they call this the Palacio Real. Or yeah, however you say that. My Spanish isn't too good, but it was enough to order tortillas, that's for sure. which by the way are fantastic. And I haven't finished any of the rooms on the first floor, but you do come to this room. It's off to the side here when you go in. And this is the staircase room. It's all done in marble. It's just fantastic. And you'll see like gold gilding on the pillars. I obviously don't have near the blocks to do the detail work for that, but you kind of get the idea here. It's all arched, and there was a guard standing right here that was telling me not to take pictures. I think I took one or two before he told me to turn the camera off, so I didn't have a lot of pictures of the inside. And obviously the layout isn't correct here. You would actually enter, there's a lot more rooms in the real palace, but to get the scale of room size to wall thickness, I'd have to make this about a million times the size. So I mean, you eventually come in. Would be the throne room, and it's all in this red and gold. And Jesus, man, they could pay off all their debt if they sold some of that gold. But well, I guess then it would be gone, eh? But they have this. It's called a halberdier room, and I couldn't remember what the heck was in it, so I just put some bookshelves. But anyway, I kind of made this projection over the courtyard. But anyway, we'll go through here, and you kind of go through your tour, and you come into the throne room like this, eh? And it's all roped off so you can see everything, but can't get in there, can't touch anything, and that's probably a good thing because there's a lot of people that steal stuff. Everything seems to be worth a lot in this castle. But you come in, and I think there's a blue room next to the throne room, and it's where the King Carlos, I think, used to use as his drawing room right next to the throne room, if my memory is correct. Not exactly sure. And then immediately, I think there was a yellow room, and it was just decorated in yellow, or maybe that was the porcelain room. But anyway, every room is just fantastic. It is literally something to see. If you ever go to Spain, if this gets you to go there, do some world traveling, go do it. It's well worth it. And then in the very corner, I believe it was the Queen at one time's dressing room, personal dressing room, and all the walls are done in embroidery, all in silk, of course. But yeah, I encourage traveling. That was the first big trip I ever took. Well worth it. And then eventually you're gonna spill out in. I haven't finished any of this. You can see my layout in progress here, but you spill out, and there's a giant banquet room, and this is just one long table. It probably seats maybe 100 people. And of course there's buffet tables all along the side. I'll get to that one day. I just kind of wanted to show you guys what I've been working on. Again, this is my first video ever, but yeah, it gives you kind of an idea. Get old, go out, see the world, and get some inspiration. So eventually you'll see a cobblestone courtyard here, and that is just gorgeous. There's not much in it. There was just a few guards walking around, but you know how it goes. So anyway, yeah, I've been kind of laying out my rooms here, but you know, a little bit of a footing before I put up the walls. And again, this is upstairs, and eventually you get around, and there's a chapel. There's the royal chapel in the middle, and it's got this giant domed ceiling. It's absolutely incredible. And yeah, you can walk around, see it. It's well worth the 25 euros though. Absolutely, 100%. So we'll go back outside. So now we're facing east again. I gotta still put in the door out here, you know, the one of the entrances. And then to the north there'd be a park and a really nice hedge garden and stuff like that. And I'll be honest, I kind of left this tour. We didn't even really realize that was there. We had a connecting flight going back to London the next day, so we decided to kill some time, and I thought, well, let's walk this way. And we ended up finding the palace totally by accident. We didn't even intend to come out here. But yeah, it was open, and we just said, hell yeah, let's go. So, I mean, it's pretty amazing. You really have to see it to believe it, but I think this is a pretty accurate representation of what it looks like here. I'm gonna get rid of this shit. Excuse my language. I know there's lots of kids watching, so. But In case you're wondering about these gold markers, I was using these markers here for scale. You know, they're spaced at 5 apart. This is really easy to use. If you place some of these, it gets really easy to clear stuff out. You know how they got that 32 by 32 limit. Well, if you space these at 30, then you don't have to worry about, ah, shit, you know, oh, excuse me again. And you don't have to worry about messing that up every time. Back it off a few and stuff like that. So it makes it really easy to clear if you just kind of put your markers down first. And then, of course, like any building, you want to start at the bottom. Lay out your floor plan first, and then just start building. But I found this game was I had played Minecraft Minecraft for maybe an hour or two. And the one thing I didn't like was that it is really difficult to get onto projects of this size because they don't allow you to cheat with the marker system. You got to do it one block at a time, and it takes way too long. I don't have that kind of time. I got this kind of time, but not that kind of time. But anyway, we're at what, 11 minutes. I'm gonna wrap this up. Anyway, I encourage you to see it and take a look. That is what I believe to be a pretty accurate representation of the Royal Palace of Madrid in Spain. So go check it out, go visit it, see the world, and we'll catch you later.